something extra special for you. Now we know we say that pretty often, but this here is probably the most radical car ever. So why do I say this is the world's most radical car? Well, there are several reasons. Stay with us. This video we're going to look at why this car is so radically different both on the outside and the inside, and what it's like to drive. Of course, where do you begin with this Cybertruck? It has to be the design, and the design story is fascinating. It started with Elon Musk's son, Saxon, who said, why does the future never look like the future, or some such? And that's where they decided to ditch the truck profile, the standard truck profile, the cowl with the bed at the back, and go for something super radical. Now, initially, Musk wanted something very wedge-shaped, so he bought a Lotus Esprit, the same one used in the James Bond movie. The exact same one. He paid $1 million for it, and he gave it to his design department to see what they could do, how they could transpose that into a truck. And that's sort of why you have this wedge-shaped design. Now, of course, you're all familiar with this design, but take a closer look. See how this shape is an absolutely pure wedge. The bonnet and the windscreen are in the same plane, sort of like the the other sort of radical game-changing design. And then as you go towards the top, a very sharp angle that then drops all the way to the back. Now that is a unique warning. Along the side you also see a long lateral line separating the top and the bottom, and the manner in which the surfaces are angled does remind you of a stealthy design. The Cybertruck is also made of stainless steel. Known as 𝕓𝕤𝕥, this stainless steel alloy was made for SpaceX's Starship. The cold rolled steel, however, is difficult to form, hence the flat panels. Now, stainless steel means this car is super tough, but it also does have some sharp angles, which is probably the reason it's not on sale in Europe, probably the pedestrian norms there. But you also don't need to paint it. This is just polished stainless steel. And because the stainless steel is so strong, there's no traditional ladder frame either. As we go around the side, you can also see some plastic wheel arches here that sort of give it a lot of definition. Now, for a vehicle of these dimensions, of course you have to make it more slippery, and that's where you have this air curtain that comes around from the bumper, and you have these unique wheels. Look at how this hubcap comes out. You can pull it right out, and that's the alloy wheel. But this is there to also lower the drag coefficient. The rear is even crazier. Now, if you thought the front was radical, just look at that. It's full of crazy, mad angles. And how do you know this is a Cyber Beast, the 845 horsepower version? Well, you have to come close and look at this logo, which is imprinted in the metal. Now, it's a truck, so it has to have a load bay, but where is it? Well, that's how you open the tonneau. It's made up of interlocking sections that are so strong you can actually stand on it. And that here is the load bay. Now, it's not massive by American truck standards, but you can get a lot of stuff here. You can carry 1,591 liters of cargo here. And there's even an extra storage area down here. And how do you open the charging port? And it even gets a frunk that has a 200-liter capacity. And then there's probably what is the largest wiper on any car anywhere. Look at the length of that, and that's of course because of this windscreen. There's just a single wiper. The body panels, however, don't seem to have that uniform luster of a painted body, with some actually looking like they are of a slightly different shade. Some of the panel caps aren't perfect because the metal is so hard and difficult to work with. Now this early version is known as the Foundation, and it is a 4-door, but can you see any door handles? That's how you open the doors, the front and the rear. And a massive thank you to the 𝕓𝕐𝕤 group of Surat who've allowed us to shoot their Cybertruck. The 𝕓𝕐𝕤 group that is based in Surat is in sustainable real estate, industrial parks and hotels. Check out the link in the description.